Food. We know it, we love it, we consume it on a daily basis. I don't think I need to explain food to you. We all have a favorite food dish. We may even have a nostalgic food dish from our childhood, okay? We all remember the cookies and milk that we had while there was rain going outside. Maybe a good grilled cheese with American cheese, with some tomato soup. If you're over the pond over there, you guys had some, Beef Wellington. I'm sorry, I'm not a very cultured individual. However, we're not going to be talking about that in this video. No. I have scoured the internet, different cultures, and I have found unanimously some of the worst foods I have ever seen, okay? Everything from black licorice to mice wine, okay? We have a lot of stuff to get through in this video, and I already feel like this is going to be a longer video. So I don't want to have this long-winded intro, okay? We're going to be going over the grossest foods in the world. Some of these are coming from the fan base. Most of these are coming from the internet. And I'll be honest with you. Oh! These are bad. These are going to be bad. Like, you probably heard me, like, trip over a word there because I'm thinking about one of the food dishes here. And you guys are going to realize really quick. I understand you guys like watching me in the background of things. And listen, awesome. You stay productive. You very productive individual. But you're probably not going to want to eat while you watch this video unless you're a psychopath. In that case, enjoy. But yeah, we're going to be getting into the grossest foods in the world. Please consider a like, comment, subscribe. 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are on track to do it because of you guys. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the grossest foods in the world. Beans on toast, okay? I want to start out mild, okay? I want to start out very much like lighthearted. Maybe I'll throw in a few jabs over here. But, I really like food, so that's actually one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. Beans on toast, how do I feel about this, okay? It's actually not that tough of a sell. The fact is I like beans, I like toast. Beans on toast, not a terrible idea. However, I need to ask y'all the question really quick. Britain, the UK, how did y'all dominate the entire world and not think to grab some of the fucking spices? Like, I'm sorry I gotta get vulgar on you, homie, but like, we're neighbors with Mexico, and we have a Mexican restaurant every 50 miles. You think that's fake? No. Brother, I'm in central Michigan. I can't go 50 miles without running into either to a Cancun, an Acapulco's, or a Tres Amigos. And I love Mexican food, okay? They got it right. And one of the best things culturally that we've ever done is we've adopted some of their food, okay? That's what Americans do. We don't really make our own things. No. We just take the best of everything, and boom, that's ours. So, Britain, how did y'all dominate the entire world? Have the saying that goes unreasonably hard, by the way. The sun never sets on the British Empire because, yeah, you guys had so much land, the sun never actually set on the British Empire. Okay? How did y'all do that and not think to, hey, I don't know, maybe grab some paprika, some cumin, a little bit of I don't know, anything other than salt and pepper? How? How is that your breakfast, okay? Beans on toast? It's not terrible, okay? And at the end of the day, if I'm feeling a wee peckish, maybe I'll indulge in it. But, like, the textures don't mix here. Like, a little quick question to, like, my British audience, okay? What is it? Is it wheat bread? You guys, like, make fun of us for having white bread, and I don't blame you. We get a little chunky over here. But, like, so it's wheat bread, okay? Or sourdough. I think sourdough might actually work the best. A little bit of a sour flavoring to mix with that bean. But the textures don't mix here. Is it toasted? Is it like, how are you doing this? Because when I look at this is what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking these wet beans are going to soak straight through this bread, and it's just going to be a sloppy mess by the end of it, of which I have to use the untouched corner of the bean toast, and I'm going to use that to scoop up like a shovel, like on jury duty. This does not seem enjoyable to me, and I know some people are going to make the comparison, oh, well, you would do that with, like, sunny side up eggs, you would use the toast to scoop it up. Yeah, but here's the difference here. It's eggs, brother. This is beans. So your protein sources is the bean, the little bean curry, and your grains are like. And what am I having with this? Some tea? Tea? Get some coffee. Like, come on. Y'all had how many miles of, like, how big was your empire? And y'all didn't think to grab some spices. What are we doing? At the end of the day, though, I'm just razzing you guys a little bit of a friendly rivalry with my UK fan base. Okay? We like to do it. It actually surprises me how many of you guys are from Europe, which is awesome, by the way. But there's some friendly razzing going on. I'm gonna put this in meh. Come on. If I miss breakfast and lunch, I might be peckish enough to try this. But other than that, like, this doesn't look that good. I'll be real. Sardines. Here's the thing, boys. My problem with sardines is more of like the canning industry. Like, I think the canning industry is a little bit sketch. I'll just be real with you. I think the preservatives that are in the food are not the best for you. Now, here's the thing. If you're canning it at home, good on you, okay? You're canning your own sardines. You're probably putting in like some vinegar with it. Now I'm gonna be real. That probably smells pungent, okay? I guarantee you, if I open up that can of homemade sardines, that pungent aroma is gonna hit me like Francis Ngannou, okay? I bet that smells absolutely foul. But at the end of the day, I can be negotiated into it. It's sardines. It's a fish. I can recognize that. That isn't quite to the point of unholy to I think that I'm actually committing a cardinal sin by eating it. It's canned sardines. Now, there's a few ways that you can prepare. Off the top of my head, if I'm thinking about like the meat of the sardine, I don't like eating whole fish, okay? It's something about like in my I don't even know if it's a tick or something. I'm like eating the sardine and I'm like crunching the bones as they're going down. That's a little weird to me. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna take these sardines. I'm gonna chop off the meat, okay? I'm going to then put that into some type of salt, pepper, paprika, a little bit of cumin, look some avocado oil up in there, spruce that up, and I don't want to put it with pasta, but I feel like pasta's the only pairing that I'm thinking of in my head, okay? Sardines, pasta, paprika, cumin, a little bit of that Mexican taste in there, and then I don't know. I'm trying to salvage this, but at the end of the day, I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, take a little nibble, to have a whole sardine and just be like, okay, whatever, bro. Meh. Like, here's the thing. I might actually put the beans on toast above it in terms of being, like, actually, stomachable, because that's a little bit more recognizable. The texture's just off here. The texture's really off on the sardines, because you're just eating a full fish here. And the flavor's probably not that good either. I can recognize the flavor of the bean. So I'm gonna put this in meh, and a meh. I think that's valid. Black licorice. Okay? I just want to roast black licorice really quick. Yes, when Halloween gets closer, I will make like a Halloween candy tier list video, because there is an objective right opinion, and my opinion's probably correct on this one. Black licorice, if you're giving black licorice to children, you are like one step away of like Jeffrey Dahmering them, in my opinion, okay? Like, why? Like, why though? Like, here's the thing. If you're the type of person to give out black licorice to children, just keep your lights out. Like, why though? Like, why do you gotta do that? Like, you are in the same boat of people that like giving away toothbrushes and toothpaste. Well, actually, maybe not that far. Because if you're to the point that you're giving away toothpaste and toothbrushes, it's not that you are broke, okay? No. You have money. You just like messing with children. You're an actual point above being a jerk. You're like a borderline psychopath. Okay? Black licorice, it's like you're so close to being acceptable, and I say red licorice is acceptable. Hot take here, licorice in general is overhyped. Think about it. The best licorice that you can name is paired with something, okay? Sweet rolls. You put like I'm blanking out on it. You have like basically this sugar paste that goes in the middle of it, and it's essentially a licorice Twinkie. This is what is this? Like black molasses? They flavor it with like a little flour? Like, what is this? I don't know what you're trying to do here. Licorice in general, I just believe is an overrated snack. Like, you're so close to better things, but you just insist on being in this one area of just bad. Now, if you like licorice, cool, but keep that to yourself, okay? Black licorice, you've just strayed a little bit further from the golden path. I'll stomach it, I'll have it, but it's kind of like... Actually, it's insulting. Imagine having dark chocolate and being like, oh yeah, this is 100% better than milk chocolate. Like, no, you're not better than anybody. I'm over here having some delectable Hershey's bar while you're over here practically coughing on the charcoal bar that you insist is great for you. I don't care. It's milk chocolate, brother. Red licorice is in the same... I smacked my microphone. Black licorice is in the same world as this. It's going in meh, okay? Now we're heading out of the lighthearted ones, okay? I'm gonna put this one at the top, because at the end of the day, there's not a lot. It's bitter, the texture's not terrible. It's licorice, just not good licorice. But from this point forward, we're gonna be going into what I believe is like a... I'm not gonna call the police on you, but I am gonna look at you while I stomach down this food. We're in that category, okay? And from this point forward, we're actually going to look into the preparations of these meals because, this is very interesting. Next up, we got Surstromming. I 100% said that wrong. This is a Swedish, Icelandic dish, and y'all have, y'all have just a different way of pronouncing things, okay? Like, it looks like English to me, but it isn't quite English, so you understand what we're saying here. But, for whatever reason, Surstromming is just a funny name to me. And it is translated into sour herring. Let's get into this. Surstromming is a lightly salted, fermented Baltic Sea herring, traditional to Swedish cuisine since at least the 16th century. It is distinct from fried or pickled herring. The Baltic herring, known as strömming in Swedish, is smaller than the Atlantic herring found in the North Sea. Traditionally, strömming is defined as herring caught in the brackish waters of the Baltic north of the Kalmar Strait. The herring used for surströmming, man, I love saying that word, bro, are caught prior to spawning in April and May. During the production of surströmming, just enough salt is used to prevent the raw herring from rotting. You see, that's immediately a red flag to me. If the reason... I don't like the idea that my food that I'm going to ingest into my body is literally just a pinch of salt away from killing me. Okay? I like living on the wild side, but when it comes to my food, I just want to have fun, okay? And for whatever reason, this rotted herring soup can just doesn't look that good to me. I'm just be real here. Now, I am going to say this, though, because I can see where some of this is going to be taken out. I'm not making fun of Swedish people. No. I'm merely poking fun at this, surströmming. Like, that just doesn't look good to me, in my opinion. The fermentation process of at least 6 months gives the fish its characteristic strong smell and somewhat acidic taste. Okay. A newly opened can of surströmming has one of the most putrid food smells in the world, even stronger than similarly fermented fish dishes such as the Korean hungo-ho, the Japanese kusave, and Icelandic Hakarl. That's coming later on. Surströmming an acquired taste. I'm not acquiring that. Okay, let's see where what does this have to do? I'm sure there's a way of preparing this to make it passable, okay? Chefs are like cousins to a magician. You want to know why? Because they can make magic in the kitchen. They can make something that looks like that into something that looks appetizing. But when I look at surströmming, let me tell you what I think. It looks like two little fish fillets that you caught out of a little Baltic Sea. Ugh! Sorry, I'm just thinking about it real quick. Sitting in a salty vomit bile brine for 6 months, by the way. And while it's chilling out in like a little Icelandic warehouse with Grútfield and Gunhild are watching over it. And probably every time they come into the warehouse, they're like, hello. And then they just walk through there and it's just like, huh. Surströmming is not going bad today. It never goes bad. Like, that's what I think here. They probably have really wholesome conversations, and maybe the vibes are going to lead on to the food. But at the same time, brother, It's one of the smelliest dishes in the world. But at the end of the day, if I'm starving, then I'm going to eat it. It is what it is. If you prepare it well, then I'm going to give it a try. However, we're talking about a week without eating. 1 week without eating any food, I'm going to have it. Okay? 2 weeks, I'm going to get a little bit more desperate. Yeah, I'm going to put it at 1 week of no eating, I'll have some Surstromming. That's how I'm going to put it. Indian street food, okay? I could make a full tier list going over just Indian street food because it really is an interesting segment of cuisine, okay? No. I need to say this again because there's a weird thing going on the internet where people are just bashing Indian people for like shit that I'm like, no, whoa. I'm sorry, man. Joseph from Michigan, the guy that comes from India, is not making this. No. We're bashing not the entirety of Indian cuisine. No. We're bashing the street food thing, okay? You can make fun of American street food, however, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. We got better street food, okay? We got the FDA, okay? We have the FDA. We have a 3-letter government organization that we have to work with in order to sell food. If you want to give yourself a headache, look at the FDA rulebook for selling food out of a food truck, dog. It is insane the amount of stuff that you have to comply with, okay? Now, I think it's pretty safe to assume that Indian street food does not apply to that, okay? It doesn't. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that McDonald's and Wendy's is like this pinnacle of human health. Absolutely not. I am fully aware that there's probably been a few pubic hairs in my Big Mac. I'm 100%, I do believe that has happened at least one time, okay? And let's be real here, that's gross. But when it gets to the point, and I wish I was making this up, but I guarantee you, if you guys have been on the internet for any meaningful amount of time, you've seen the video where the dude is literally cutting rotten meat with the serrated big toenail on his right foot, okay? And he's cutting that like a precision surgeon, bro. He could probably do a face transplant with his big toe. Like, it was objectively kind of impressive. Bro was playing Fruit Ninja with his big toe on my stir fry. That's impressive. But I don't want to eat it, okay? I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not doing that, brother. It looks bad. It probably, like, imagine it tastes amazing and this is just propaganda coming out of India to stop Americans from eating their food. But when you have loving names like slop stew, where you just take all the food that, like, if I am done eating and I bring the food back to you and you throw it in a cauldron in the back and then you just I don't even, like, I'll be real. When I look at Indian street food, the first thing that comes to mind is that my stomach is going to be a gurgling. And number 2, you are actually making me root for big government, dog. You're making me approve of the, like, you make me want the FDA to come in and start breaking down doors. Cause, I'm sorry, bro. If the rat is doing fucking snow angels in the flour that you're gonna use to make my bread, I'm good, okay? Say what you want about McDonald's, the rats don't even want to eat a McGriddle. That's all I'm saying. Indian street food, I would say the 7th day of the 1 week, okay? The 7th day I'll do it. Because I trust. That's actually a really tough one. Because I guarantee you there's a few good, like, really good Indian street food people. And you probably could find something. But because I'm in that headspace, I'm thinking about the worst of the worst. I'm going to put it in 1 week because Indian street food at its absolute worst is at the same level, if not worse, than Surstromming. But at the same time, this is tough. This really is. This is a battle for the ages. I'm gonna put it at 1 week of no eating for both. Okay, I think that's fair. Haggis. Okay. Some of y'all from my the Scottish fan base. Okay, from the UK. Y'all wanted me to do this one, and I'll be real. I have no clue what this is. So let's play this game. Haggis, Scottish Gaelic haggis, is a savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, heart, liver, and lungs, minced with chopped onions, oatmeal, suet, spices, and salt, mixed with the stock and cooked while traditionally encased in an animal's stomach. What? Okay. Excuse me. let me get this straight. So you took the liver, the heart, garlic, oatmeal, like, you fed a goat oatmeal, and then you gave it its own liver and heart, minced that into a little gelatin paste with some garlic. And listen, I'm going to give you guys credit where credit is due. At least you guys are losing some spices. But you're cooking it in the stomach of an animal. Okay? Like, this is like, how do you all even figure this out? Do you are you processing an animal and you're like, yo, bro, this stomach looks heat. And then you're just filling up the stomach with food it would eat, like some oatmeal and barley. And then you put its own, like, dog. Ed Gein made this shit. That's what I'm thinking, man. Though now an artificial casing is often used instead, according to the 2001 English edition of the La Rose Gastronomique. Although its description is not immediately appealing, haggis has an excellent nutty texture and a delicious savory flavor. That is UK propaganda that they are trying to hit us with. These are the same people who think putting beans on toast is better than bacon and eggs, okay? Propaganda. It is believed that the food similar to haggis, perishable offal, quickly cooked inside an animal stomach, all conveniently available after a hunt, was eaten from ancient times. Okay. Although the name haggis or haggis was first recorded in England 1430, the dish is considerably traditional of the Scottish origin. It is even the national dish. As a result of Scots poet Robert Burns' poem Address to a Haggis of 1786, haggis is traditionally served with neeps and taties, boiled and smashed separately, and a dram of glass of Scottish whiskey, especially as the main source of Burns' supper. This looks unappetizing, but here's the thing. We're going to be covering some things that I think should be catalyzed as like a cardinal sin. This just doesn't look good. So let me get this straight, okay? Y'all cooked oatmeal and ground liver and heart in the stomach of an animal. And then you guys thought to yourself, yo, this is really good. And then, here's the part that makes me mad about this. You were this close to making Mexican ground beef, okay? All you really had to do, mince the garlic, add a few more spices, a paprika, a cumin, maybe some garlic salt, mince the garlic, ground up. We can even let you keep the liver and heart, okay? Mince that up, okay? In a saucepan, okay? And add in some avocado oil, or in your case, olive oil, and we're just going to cook that up, and boom, you have ground beef. You have Mexican ground beef. Close enough. But instead, you guys thought to yourself, hey, yo, what if we cook it in the stomach of an animal? And y'all were like, yo, that's a great idea. Nah. I'm going to put this in 1 week again. 1 week. It's not quite up there because I have to be a tough critic because we got some really, really bad stuff coming up. And I'm, mentally preparing myself, but, it's going to get real bad real quick. I'm just... We're getting real bad really quick. San-Nakji. I will apologize for how I say some of this. It's a Korean type of food, and it is the type food ho. So I am immature. So I'm just going to let that be known. It's basically live squid, okay? San-Nakji, made with long-arm octopus, a small octopus species called Nakji in Korean. It is sometimes translated into baby octopus due to its relatively small size compared to a giant octopus. The octopus is most commonly killed before being cut into pieces and served, with the nerve activity in the octopus tentacles making the pieces more moving on the plate while served. The octopus's highly complex nervous system, with 2/3 of the neurons localized in the nerve cords of its arms, lets the octopus show a variety of reflex actions and persist even when they have no input from the brain. Less commonly, a live octopus is eaten whole. The dish is sprinkled with sesame oil and toasted sesame seeds. Choking hazard. I want to read this really quick because I've always thought this. Imagine the way that you go out is you just really want to have a live octopus, and then you bite it, and he says, I'm getting my licks in. And he just expands in your throat, and you suffocate to death, and you guys both die together. That'd be a crazy way to go. But let's look at this. Consuming San-Nakji can be dangerous, especially for dinners who are intoxicated. Yeah, bro, you need to be of sound mind to be eating this. Octopus limbs contain neurons and extremities that to move the suction cups along its tentacles, maintain their gripping power that might attach to one's throat, even getting detached from the body and doused with sesame oil, which presents a potentially fatal choking hazard. Let me tell you something, okay? They have to lube bro up, okay? They gotta ditty the octopus in order to slip down your gullet, okay? The only reason that they didn't put baby oil on, bro, is because that would be a step too far. Okay. Dead octopus, I'm down, okay? Dead octopus, meh. A live octopus that I have to worry that bro is gonna take revenge, that's a different story, okay? Let me first start off here. Octopus are basically aliens of Earth. Okay, and I know those are contradicting statements, but like, octopuses really are just octopi. Octopi just are a really weird creature in general. What do you mean you guys have dynamic camouflage, and on top of that, you guys have suction cups with so many neurons you're practically a moving brain? That is something that sounds fake, okay? An octopus sounds more real than Bigfoot. Like, no. An octopus sounds more made up than Bigfoot, okay? That's just how I view things. Now, I need to put a line in the sand, okay? If you want to get out of 1 week, you have to beat live octopus. I'm going to put it in 2 weeks. 2 weeks of no eating, I got this, okay? I'll eat it. However, sesame oil and toasted sesame seeds, okay? I want a little bit extra, okay? Give them extra lube, give them a little extra sesame oil, and come on, we need a little bit more, okay? Give me some noodles, I think that would be good. I think that's valid. Kunga Cakes, okay? These are the mosquito patties, okay? You guys already know what I'm talking about, but I actually do want to read about this for a second. Kunga cake, or kungu, is a food dish made by densely compressed midges or flies. It is found in African Great Lakes region. Not better than the American Great Lakes. I'm biased. I'm biased here, but that's the first time I've ever heard African Great Lakes though. Specifically, countries around the Lake Malawi. May Barenbaum, an American Mate Barenbaum, an American entomologist, discussed how swarms of midges can cause significant problems in local populations. She cites an example of swarms of evil things, bro. Oh my gosh, bro, that's a cloud of them. That's awful, dude. A species of midge forming near Lake Malawi, and how local people turn them into kunga cakes as a rich source of protein, which is eaten with great enthusiasm. They catch the flies. A frying pan can be coated in cooking oil and then wafted through a swarm. In Insects of Edible Field Guide, a book of consumption of insects, author Stephen Gage suggests that people can make burgers with it or dry it out and grate parts of it off into stews for umami richness. Okay. You know what? Here's the thing. It's all in the sales pitch. How are you going to sell this to me, okay? This is like the sell me this pen from The Wolf on Wall Street, okay? It all depends on how you're going to do this. I'm going to make a very hot take here, okay? I would rather eat a kunga cake, than Impossible Beef, okay? If you're ever curious my opinion on it, Impossible Beef is an absolute abomination to the animal kingdom, okay? You guys ever seen that meme about, they were talking about, a slab of ham and, how it's, an unholy obelisk to God? Impossible Beef is an outright slap in the face, okay? It is a slap in the face to anything that you would ever conceive natural. The fact that you guys have the audacity to make a little beetroot burger and then want to be like, oh yes, it is the Impossible Burger. You want to know why I call it impossible? Because it is insane to me that the hubris of man has gotten to the point that we're literally trying to remake the fucking burger, okay? It's a beetroot burger made with bean paste that you have to imitate blood because you guys realize that this is a tough thing. You want to know why you don't see an Impossible ad anymore? Because they realize that nobody wants to buy it, okay? There is no competition between Impossible Beef and actual beef. It's to the point that they don't even argue it. Dude, Real beef is better for you than Impossible beef. The only way that you can make the argument that Impossible beef is better is because if you eat too much beef, then you're going to have high cholesterol, maybe have a heart attack. But you want to know why they don't talk about it with Impossible beef? Because ain't nobody eating a lot of Impossible beef, dog. That's awful. Hate it, okay? Like, I spit in the direction of Impossible burgers every time I walk by them, okay? Kunga burgers, I bet the protein density is absolutely insane, man. I bet in that one burger alone, there's probably at least 26 grams of protein per burger, okay? I'm actually, like, there's gonna be a weird edit, but I'm actually curious, okay? How many grams of protein in a Kunga burger? All right, moment of truth. About 10 grams. Okay. So a mosquito burger contains about 10 grams of protein per 100 grams, which is roughly the same amount of a child-sized cheeseburger. So you're saying they're comparable. I'm going to say 1 week. 1 week. I would actually sooner eat the mosquito burgers than haggis, okay? I stand by that. It's actually not as bad as I thought, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. A few more spices, give me some mustard, you're gonna have to prepare it in an American way for me to eat it, and even then, I bet the texture's not the best, but I'll take that over Impossible beef any day, because it's not pretending to be something that it's not. Casu Marzu. Okay, a lot of you guys recommended this one, and this is the rotted maggot cheese, and I'm actually really curious to see how we created this affront to God. Casu Marzu, sometimes called Casu Marzu, and also called Casu Made, Casu Candide, Casu Fragile, and in Scandinavian is a tradition of a Sardinian, oh my gosh, that sounds awful, Sardinian sheep milk cheese that contains live insect larva maggots. Okay. This is why I don't eat before recording this, okay? Derived from Piocornio, Casu Marzu got beyond typical fermentation to the stage of decomposition. Brought about by digestive action of the larva of the cheese fly and the Piophila family. Their larvae are deliberately introduced to cheese, promoting an advanced level of fermentation and breaking down of the cheese's fats. The texture of the cheese becomes very soft with some liquid called lagrima sardinian for teardrops seeping out. The larvae themselves appear as a translucent white worm, roughly 8 millimeters long. When consumed, the larva can possibly survive in the intestines, causing anetic... What the... Oh, no, bro. They're trying to burrow out of you. Dude, I'm literally having like an alien reaction to this. I'm eating the larva cheese, and the maggots are trying to burrow themselves out of me. What is... Though no cause had been linked to the cheese, it's a conspiracy. Additionally, these larvae can carry harmful microorganisms that may lead to infections. Due to these risks, Italian authorities have banned the sale of this cheese at W. Thank you, bro. Deeming it dangerous and consequently is also prohibited across the European Union. Europeans do a good stuff too. No, absolutely not, bro. That's going on the 2-week mark. 2 weeks. That's going on a month. The thought that I can eat something and like the texture has to be so bad, bro. Here's the effed up part. Europeans will get mad at us for having like Cheese Whiz, and it's like basically a whipped cream cheese that you like spray on like crackers and stuff. And I'll be real, that is also just awful. I hate that stuff too. But like, y'all invented cheese that you introduce maggots to, and you're literally eating the shit of the maggots, okay? The maggots are eating the original cheese, pooping out the cheese, and it becomes a squishy texture, and there is literally the little, like this liquid that's coming off of it that is like you have, you eat it and the maggots start coming out of you. Awful. Like that, oh my God, bro. Actually, yeah, fine, 2 weeks. I'll put it in 2 weeks. If it's worse, I wish I put 3 weeks on here. This is nearing a month, okay? A month of, like, oh my gosh, bro. Why, who did this? Who did this? Hakarl. Okay, a lot of you guys also recommended this one. This is the fermented sark jerky. Oh, bro, I'm getting through this, bro. We're already too far. I'm not going to re-record this. Let's get it. Okay. Hakarl, an abbreviation of Custard Hakarl, referred to as fermented sark in English, is a national dish of... okay, y'all, European countries, why are you guys making your national dish absolutely foul? Haggis for Scotland? Hakarl for what? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's a national dish of Iceland consisting of Greenland sark and other sleeper sark has been cured with a particular fermentation process to hung dry for 4 to 5 months. It has strong ammonia-rich smell and fishy taste, making Hakarl an acquired taste. Let me just tell you something. Let me just tell you something right now, okay? Okay, bring it in. Saying something is an acquired taste does not make it a food, okay? I could say cyanide is an acquired taste because cyanide actually tastes like strawberries, but it kills you, okay? Saying that this is an acquired taste, don't pretend that this is in the same argument as like cilantro, okay? Cilantro tastes like dish soap to around 40% of the population because there's like a gene that you have that actually changes your taste. It's actually really interesting. That's an acquired taste. You literally have to have the taste for it. You have to have a mental disorder to eat and enjoy this, okay? From what I understand, there's people from Iceland that are actively being like, yeah, bro, we hate this. So I don't understand what this is for. Fermented sark is readily available in Icelandic stores and may be eaten year-round, but is most often served as a part of a pot. What the? There's a head. There is a head of a goat with like graham crackers and a few slabs of meat. What? A selection of traditional Icelandic soup served as a midwinter festival. Can't say that. Whew. Okay, consumption. We're getting this. We're getting this. Fermented sark contains a large amount of ammonia, has a strong smell similar to that of many cleaning products. Oh, come on, brother. You know, it's a sark that has chemical taste, okay? It is often served in tiny cubes on toothpicks because ain't nobody eating on a slab of that. Those new to it may gag involuntarily at the first attempt to eat it because of the high ammonia content. First-timers are sometimes advised to pinch their nose while taking the first bite, as the odor is much stronger than it tastes and is often eaten with a side of local spirits. I was actually having a conversation about this. I was like 90% sure that you have to be blasted to eat this, okay? If you're eating this on your couch in Greenland, you are probably depressed, okay? You probably are, okay? You probably just what are we doing, okay? And I'm sorry, bro. Whoever wrote this is hardcore covering for this. It's like, oh yeah, first timers like involuntarily gag when they eat it, bro. What a week. They're so weak. Oh yeah, bro. Have a shot of Icelandic spirits. It's bad. Okay? Why are you trying to sell it as something that it's not, dog? What are we doing, man? It's not good. Okay, preparation. The meat of the Greenland sark is poisonous. I should have known. I should have known it was poisonous, and then we decided, you know what? F it. We're going to make it into a food. It's poisonous when fresh because of high urea and trimethylamine oxide content. However, they are properly processed and may be consumed safely. The traditional method begins with gutting and beheading the sark, placing it in a shallow hole dug in a grave... We're decapitating the sark, gutting it, and here's the thing, I get that. I understand that portion of it. Burying it in shallow sand. Okay. With the clean cavity resting on a small amount of sand, the sark then covered with sand and gravel. Stones are placed on top of the sand in order to press the fluids out of the body. The sark ferments in this fashion for 6 to 12 weeks, depending on... So we just bury it. So we're effectively eating the corpse of a sark. I understand people will make that argument for like the beef industry. No, you are quite literally eating a rotting corpse of a sark in the ground. I don't need to hear anymore, bro. 1 month. That's a 1 month food. 1 month, and then maybe I'll give it a try. Okay? Or a 100K special. Let's go. Plug. Okay. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Get this to 100,000 subscribers. And you know what? I will go to Iceland. Okay. And I'll have this. Okay. We'll make a full special for it. Like I'll be honest with you. I might even try this. Okay. But 1 month of no eating. Normally. Okay. 1 month. We're good. I think that's valid. Balut. What is this, dog? What? When you have to put yolk in quotation marks, because what is that? That looks like a rotting cyst. I'll just be 100% honest with you. That looks bad, okay? Balut. Okay. Balut, also spelled balat, is a fertilized developing egg embryo that is boiled or steamed and eaten from the cell. It is commonly sold as street food, most notably in the Philippines and Cambodia and Vietnam. We need to run it back, bro. We need to napalm this. We should wage a second Vietnam War just for this, okay? Napalm. Nobody has to get hurt. Just leave their food things, okay? And we'll pay them back in like cheeseburgers and fries, okay? Instead of selling this, okay, a balut, okay? Instead of selling balutes, sell a McGriddle, okay? Napalm it. Okay? The length of incubation before the egg is cooked is a matter of local preference, but generally between the ranges between 14 and 21 days, okay? So we're debating on what level of development of the embryo of the duck. Oh my gosh, bro. A balut is a fertilized bird egg, usually a duck, which is incubated for a period of 14 to 21 days, depending on the local culture, and then steamed. The contents are eaten directly from the cell. Balut is incubated for longer periods, have a well-developed embryo, and features of a duckling are recognizable. The partially developed embryo, also known as a Petrios duck, is often used to make balut. Balut is a renowned dish due to its different developmental stages. Some people prefer it when the duck embryo is still largely liquid. Imagine placing that order. Yeah, bro, I like my duck fetus liquidy, bro. What are we doing? Okay, oh my gosh! Fruit is more mature and has a chewier texture. The combination of savory, gamey, and rich characteristics can be found in flavor, which make it an acquired taste that many Filipino treasure as a culinary treat as part of their culture. I'm not trashing your culture, bro, but like at the same time, what is this? Like, alright, bro. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Enjoy it, dog. Balut is a common street food in the Philippines and other localities, and is also sold in stores, malls, and a relatively cheap source of protein and calcium. Balut was introduced in the Philippines by the Chinese in 1565 or around 1885, and since then balut has been included as a traditional part of the culture. Wherever Philippines migrated for work, a large market of the balut would develop. Controversies across knowledge of the food spread around Southeast Asia countries and globally. People have questioned the ethics of eating balut. Ethical questions are most often attributed to the presence of fertilized embryo within the dish, given the fact that the egg has not yet hatched, nor been given a chance to hatch. Okay, so we're literally having what are we doing, bro? Let's go over the preparation really quick, because this is where we're getting into the effed up stuff. Let's get into it. Traditionally, the fertilized eggs are incubated in the sun or buried in the sand and stored in baskets to retain warmth. In order for the embryo to develop normally, it must be exposed to the heat of the correct period of time, while ensuring that the temperature is not too hot to harm the eggs or too cold to permit growth. The embryo is extremely sensitive to high temperatures and is easily killed upon cooking in the sun. After 9 days, the eggs are held to the light in a process called candling to reveal the embryo inside. Whoa! I need to take a look at my little snack before I nibble. Like, that's what I'm thinking, bro. You're taking a shot glass of a duck fetus, dog. What? After 9 days, the eggs are held to the light called candling to reveal the embryo inside. The production of the balut depends on egg maturation cycles. Periods, different temperatures are required to accentuate the specific egg and embryo characteristics. Within the first few stages of maturing, balut is known as balut saputi, wrapped in white. When it is white, the embryo inside is insufficiently developed to sew a break, feathers, or claws, and the bones are underdeveloped, making it squishy. Ugh. These are made by a very specific egg type, less than 5 days old with no visible surface cracks. The duration of the egg incubation in order to local preference in the Philippines, balut is generally incubated for 14 to 18 days before being boiled for consumption. After about 14 to 16 days of incubation, the embryo floats on top of the egg, white and yolk, and balut is called mamatong. For most balut makers, the ideal incubation is said to be 17 days. Okay, well, just burn it. Just throw it in the fire, dog. There are other versions of balut in the Cambodian region, Pung Tikon. The egg is incubated for 18 to 20 days. In the Vietnamese version, Tru Viv Hong, the egg is incubated for 19 to 21 days. When the embryo is old enough to be recognized as a baby duck and has bones, it will be firm, tender when cooked. Some men prefer to eat the embryo as much more developed so that it looks gross because it's a way to prove your manhood. Okay, bro. Now you're just taking it too far, okay? No, what really happened is that, somebody enjoyed it way too much and then made it into a masculine thing because, yeah, nah, I'll starve. I'll starve, dog. Will I starve? The only good part about this, okay, if it's liquidy and I just take a quick shot glass and then maybe I can, like, gulp it down before it hits, I'm gonna put it in 1 month, but we're going, like, 1 month and it's getting up there, dog. It's almost there, but dang, like that's to get in the I'll starve. You have to be worse than eating the duck fetus. That's what I'm calling it, dog, because that to me that's bad, bro. That's really bad. Ugh! Mice wine. Okay, I'll be real, bro. I couldn't even find an article on this because ain't nobody want to talk about this. It's rice wine flavored with, I'm not even kidding you, actual baby mice bodies, okay? Like, freshly born baby mice are dropped into mice wine and they incubate it and they just keep it in these glass bottles and they keep it in there for like a couple months and then they let you taste it. There is a huge culture around this. There you can have snake wine, tiger penis wine, rhino wine, mice, baby mice wine, grown mice wine. Like, there is such a crazy amount of drinks for this, and I'm just want to say, across all the board, I don't even like drinking, okay? The thought that we're having mice wine flavored with dead baby mice, and they're legitimately just chilling inside, I can't show you it, because that'll 100% get me there. But, it's like 50 dead mice chilling at the bottom of a container, like mussed together, and that flavors the wine. I'll starve. I will go my entire life without ever taking a single shot of this. Okay, I could say that very, very confidently, without a momentum of question, without even like so much as a second guessing. Okay, virgin boy eggs. I wanted to end this off with quite possibly the worst thing I have ever heard another person consume. Okay. I would argue eating your own leg is less grotesque than this, okay? Virgin boy eggs. Anything for views. I hope y'all enjoy this, bro. I hope to the people that actually tuned into this that you guys enjoy this. Virgin boy eggs are traditionally a dish of Dongyong Zhejiang, China, in which eggs are boiled in the urine of young boys, preferably under the age of 10. Let's get into history, bro. Somebody has some explaining to do. Like, this is going to be one of those dishes where if my friend came up to me and they said, "Hey, yo, I got some virgin boy eggs, but hear me out," okay? I'm going to let him talk, not because there's even like a chance that he's going to talk me into trying it. No. Because I legitimately just want to hear what he's going to say, okay? Like, it's going to be an entertaining conversation, but it's still going to end the same with me going, no. Either way, bro, you about to get Will Smith. That's all I'm saying, okay? The dish is a long-standing tradition in Dongyong, China, dating back centuries in general. China has a long history of food Preservation methods. Tea eggs were originally developed to preserve the food for long periods of time. While the boy eggs may not be necessarily have the same origins, their development comes from a very similar cultural background. I'm immediately, I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to say that's cap. This was developed by the Diddy of China, okay? That is what happened. That's most likely what happened. And trying to put this in the same category as preserving your eggs with tea is genuinely, like, insane to me. No. Okay? You don't make, like, no. I mean, like, I have to call, I'm calling cap on that. There is no explanation for why boar's urine is used specifically. It has simply been so for centuries. It has historically been believed in the Zhejiang region that urine has various health benefits, and it was commonly ingested in ancient times. Due to Zhejiang's hilly and riparian landscape, agriculture has been stable in the region's culture for centuries. Although rice was most widely grown crop, most peasants raised pigs and poultry as well. The dish's tradition nature stems from the tendency in Chinese cuisine to emphasize the detailed history of specific foods. You see, they're not even going to try to justify it. Like they're like they straight up said, "Oh well, maybe they did it because of tea eggs." Okay, no, they didn't even try. They didn't even try. They were like, oh, maybe it's a folk medicine. I could make a full tier list just going over bogus, like, different types of, like, health things that were throughout history. Bloodletting, healing crystals. There's a lot. Drinking urine is definitely up there. That's definitely going to be up there. The dish is prepared by first soaking the eggs in the urine of young boys, then as mixture heated over a stove. After boiling, the entire surface of the eggs are cracked. They are placed back into the urine. The infused urine is then replaced with fresh urine, and the process is repeated. The soaking process cures the eggs in urine, and the entire process takes a full day. Imagine taking a full day and you're like, hey, yo, who wants some eggs? No, these look absolutely abysmal, bro. What in the hell are we doing? According to some recipes, different herbs may also be added. When finished, the eggs whites have a pale golden hue, and yolks turn green. Virgin boy eggs are similar to century eggs in their curing process and historical roots, although century eggs have become much more popular. What the? Oh my gosh! What is that? Dude, okay. I'll starve to death, dog. This is wrong on so many different levels. I'm not making fun of the culture of China, absolutely not. That's not what I'm doing. Saying that this is a good representation of the culture of China is genuinely insulting. That's like me saying Indian street food is the baseline of how good Indian food is. That's insulting. No. We have to acknowledge that this is an abomination of cuisine and is basically the culinary equivalent of a genocide. That is what I would call this. This is an abomination of all types. Imagine cracking down this meal. You have a long day at the office, and you want to have some virgin boy eggs, wash it down with some mice wine. You're a genuine psychopath. What is this, dog? What is this, man? What's wrong with people sometimes, man? Like, this I can understand. This was a mistake. This you need help, and I think we need to start arresting people. Legitimately, this needs to be illegal. This should be illegal. There should be like a little thing inside of like illegal acts, and there should be a little thing of, yes, you can cook your own food, but if you cook this, in jail for the rest of your life. That's how I view it. And there you go. That is going to be the video today. This was something to record. I enjoyed it. Didn't love it because, damn, some of these are awful. I learned a lot from this video. I hope you did too, and I hope you weren't eating while I was talking about this. And, please consider a like, comment, subscribe. 50K by the end of the year. Your support means the most to me. And with all that out of the way, I will see you all in the next video, and I hope all of you guys have a great day. Adios, guys, and see you all next time.